just sort of your reaction to the club here trying to pitch in and help what has been a big rival over the years, and I think a rival that you guys kind of respect more than say, hey, they're right down the road and we don't like them. Right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more important things in life and things that are bigger than soccer for us. It's being able to help however we can. They're going through a tough time. I have family there as well. It was obviously a devastating night for the entire state, really, and for us, anything that we can do to help and support. A club that has done so much for this league. Certainly a club that we've played against quite a bit. I think that's what becomes most important. So we're thinking about them. We're thinking about everybody in the state, and I'm really proud of what we're trying to do this weekend to help raise as much money as we can to help with that effort.
Danny, you guys have always talked about Louisville being a caring community and kind of stepping up in moments like this, whether it's something happening here or elsewhere. What have you noticed about the people here in the city here that lends itself to something like this, that people want to help?
Yeah, I think you see it time and time again in this city. I've been fortunate now to call this place home for almost 5 years now. My son was born here. I've seen what this community does to help others, and it's one that I'm extremely proud to be a part of. It certainly feels like home now, and when something like this occurs. From our ownership group to this club to the community, it's about trying to support. And we try to do that in any way that we can. And this is a moment where, we can look to raise as much money as we can to help support the Tampa Bay Rowdies as they're going through a really, really difficult time. And, of course, when you're on the field against them, you want to win every single time. But I think this would be a win for everybody if we can do as much as we can as a community to come together and raise as much money as we can to help them out.
Is there any talks of helping them with facilities if ahead of the game or anything like that?
It's the first thing that we did. We sent a message, I think on Sunday, to their club that we would be willing to make sure they had everything that they needed here. Training ground, laundry, showers, locker room, in any way that we could help, we wanted to do that. We went back and forth, and I won't speak to kind of the dialogue between both teams, but, they made a decision to come up, I think it's going to be either tomorrow or Saturday, but our doors were open, and they understood that for sure.
They've had to evacuate out of their main area, and then they're going to be still traveling here to play. I mean, what kind of stress do you think they're under right now?
Yeah, I think it's really difficult. It's really difficult. I'm sure, going to be worried about their families when they come here. They're human beings first, and they're having to figure out how do they prepare for an opponent without anywhere to do it at the moment. And again, as I said, I think they're more concerned about making sure that the families are safe, that the players are safe, everybody within the organization is safe. But it's difficult. But I know that club. That is a club that is resilient. That is a club that both on and off the field pushes other clubs to want to be better week in and week out. And I know if I know anything about the Rowdies, they'll come out of this extremely strong because that's who they are as an organization.
I know you said you have a personal connection there. Wes being from there as well. When something like this happens, do you try to look out a little bit more for a player like that to say, hey, how's your family doing? How's everybody doing? Are you handling it?
Yeah, you want to make sure that as I said, that everybody's come out of it okay, healthy and safe, and you certainly take that into account when making sure that the player's doing all right. If the session doesn't go the way that maybe the individual wants it to go, there's a lot more going on than just soccer. Being understanding of that, cognizant of that, and then making sure that they understand that the door is always open, and if they need a day or they need to go home or whatever it might be, then I certainly allow them to do that because, as I said at the beginning of this, I've always been this type of person and type of manager. There are things that are bigger than this sport, and family will always come first for me.
Wes is someone who's been here too. So
Yeah.
just what kind of player has he always been for you? As kind of somebody you can rely on that back line.
Yeah, I think that's probably the perfect word to use for me. He's reliable both on and off the field. He's somebody that is a leader in the locker room. He understands what's expected here at a club like this. He understands how I want to play. He's humble enough to know when he needs to be better. But for me, this is somebody that we're really proud to have been able to bring in when we brought him in, and he's been through a lot at this club, and I'm really proud to see kind of the player that he's become. And when you go back to that word, he's extremely reliable. He's someone that I know that I can count on no matter what I need. If I need him to play right wing back, he's going to play it. If I need him to play center back, he's going to play it. And he's going to leave everything on the field. And that's all that I can ask for of my group.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks.